but I did a Kanye and Kim reading. Like I did Kanye's reading a day ago. I did Kim's reading yesterday. Thank you all so much for the support. If you're new to my channel, definitely check out my readings. I will have the Kim and the new Kanye reading in the description box and linked below. Definitely don't want to miss out on those readings. So those readings are kind of going to be like me explaining this whole story a little bit. I don't have much time, but I'm going to try to cover that for you all. So I literally, like earlier, I saw this video pop up on my screen, on my timeline, this Vlad TV interview about Kim. Now, I'm not saying nothing about the actual channel or the people necessarily, but I felt like covering this because after I did the Kim reading that I did, the Kim K reading that I did with Pete Davidson, their relationship, I felt like that reading revealed so much about their dynamic. So after seeing that video with them kind of making fun of her and talking about her age and talking about how she's like the next J-Lo, and her and J-Lo, you know, can't keep their kitty in their pants and they can't slow down. And so from that reading that I did, I felt like that could not be further from the truth. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that it's extremely misogynistic, and especially now that like I understand, a lot of you that saw the video, like now we all understand like why she's really doing this. I don't think that anybody can underestimate like how literally abusive and crazy, like utterly abusive and crazy Kanye's behavior has been because of this divorce. I'm not saying that he's not bipolar. I'm not saying that he hasn't been through stuff with the Kardashians, because clearly in those readings and in the media, we know the behind the scenes, you know, we know that not everything that the Kardashians have done or that the media said about him is fair. But I definitely think that the solid fact that if your, you know, wife, soon to be ex-wife, is dating somebody else and does not want to be with you, then what's the problem? You see what I'm saying? Like, if somebody is showing you that they're moving on, why, as a man especially, are you assuming that she doesn't want to move on and that she can't be with somebody else? Like, that whole dynamic, I really don't understand. I feel like Kim, like what I saw in the reading is that Kim is trying to show Kanye that, hey, you can date anybody you want. You could date a Julia Fox. You could date a model. You could date an actress for all I care. Like, Kim is actively trying to show Kanye that, hey, I don't need you, right? I got my money. I got the kids. You know, you can see the kids. You could even take the kids for the weekend, you know? Like, Kanye took North and Saint, I believe, to the Super Bowl. So Kanye has already shown that he could take the kids. You know, I know there's been issues, but the reality is that if he wants to, and Kim is you know, making compromises and doing what she can do, the reality is that they can co-parent in a healthy way. If they both cooperate, they can co-parent. But if there's gonna be this like Instagram threats and this backbiting situation, like, how is that supposed to make Kim feel more comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like a weird property kind of energy. Like, okay, she's my wife, so now that she wants to divorce me, it's like, okay, she can never leave me. And that's abusive and that's toxic. So I've seen a lot of Vlad TV interviews, you know, even like actually when Kim first got pregnant with North and everybody was like going crazy, oh, you know, Kanye got one of the baddest chicks, you know, at the time it was Rihanna, it was Kim, and two other girls that were like, you know, the girls that everybody needs to get pregnant to kind of like take off the market. Like, at the time, Kim was, going through her Chris Humphries divorce. So when Kanye got her pregnant, I remember Vlad TV interviewing like Charlamagne the God, all these people, and saying, oh, like, Kanye did the right thing. Kanye trapped her. Kanye, like, I remember those interviews. And even then, I didn't think that it was that cool. To be honest with you, I didn't think that it was that cool for them to talk like that, because she's not property. You see what I'm saying? If she wants to have a child, that's her decision. But treating them like cattle to the highest bidder is weird. And so that kind of misogyny, I think, is so toxic. And now that she is, over 40, she has 4 kids over 40, a billionaire who is married, unlike other people, cough, cough, people can call Kim names all they want and Cardi B names all they want as well. But these women have been married and have their kids, like Rihanna disappointed a lot of people, including myself. We all thought that Rihanna, not just the billionaire guy, forget that, but a lot of us at Rihanna fans, we thought that Rihanna was going to be able to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not just because of tradition, but because she deserves it. The whole thing with Rihanna was that she deserves to be able to, get married, have the kids, have the beautiful wedding. Like, that's what she deserves. Not just being somebody's baby mama. So I think with Kim, she, for the most part, she had majority of her kids in marriage. And even then when she was pregnant, there was always marriage on the table. It wasn't like Kanye never wanted to be with her. I mean, Kanye is obsessed with Kim. So under no circumstance is there an energy like, oh, Kanye never wanted to wife her up. Kanye never wanted to, have her as his trophy wife. Like, that's not the case. Kim, with all the guys Kim's dated, as far as I know, they've always wanted to marry her. Now, that's pretty good in my opinion. There's other celebrities, there's other hot girls, it girls, where they can bounce from guy to guy, but the guys don't want to marry them. With Kim, it's not like that. Every guy that Kim has been with, they've always said and they've always shown that, okay, the guy is interested in marrying her. So clearly Kim is doing something right if almost every guy that she's with is head over heels madly in love with her. Okay, whether it's magic or whatever, regardless, there's something about Kim with these men that they are obsessed with. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was like a 4-minute video. I watched it and I'm like, bro, how are you going to say that she needs to take a break with her own vagina? Excuse my language. I don't know if YouTube lets me say the V word on here, but how is a man, how is any guy, not even just Vlad T, but how is any guy out here going to say that Kim, who's a grown woman, a billionaire, should take a break with her downstairs, and that she's like the new J-Lo? That's so wrong to me, because Kanye was in Miami with a bunch of different women who clearly are not in his age bracket. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, we have Leonardo DiCaprio. We have all these, so-called bachelors in Hollywood and the lot. And they're always going for these super young girls. They're not even married until like their 40s and 50s. And nobody, for the most part, is saying, okay, it's kind of creepy that all these guys in Hollywood only want to date 20-year-olds, like young, like not just like 25, 26 who are established and have a career going, and, 25 and under. 25 and under is like, I mean, really, it depends on maturity, but most girls 25 and under, don't have that much sexual experience. And if they do, you know what I'm saying, they're not going to tell anybody. And even then, that's what makes it feel weird. Because what are you trying to say? Are these guys trying to say that, okay, because she's 40 plus, she can't have sex? I don't get it. Like, I'm not the biggest Kim fan. I know a lot of you out here watching this video, like, people don't worship her. People don't even like the Kardashians. Let's get that straight. A lot of people don't have respect for the Kardashians. But what I think is crass and so rude and heartless is saying that, oh, because she's over 40, she has no right to be sexual. She has no right, because she's a mom, to have a young boyfriend. That's like ridiculous, because if Pete Davidson didn't want to get it in with her, he wouldn't be with her. And people could say, oh, well, she's a billionaire, so maybe he's with her for the money. Okay, even if he with her for the money, we all know that at least they've had oral sex. Like, it's a minimum. If they've been on dates and all that, you know, let's say in a fairy tale, you know, maybe Kim hasn't given him the goods, but like, they're adults. You know, even though Pete Davidson is like, to what, 27, 20, 29, he's still an adult. So to say, oh, well, Kanye should be able to harass her, Kanye should be able to chase her down, stalk her, not want to send divorce papers, how is that okay? Why is, like, every single major lawyer in Hollywood, I feel, should be like, this is weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, a girl can choose to not be married to a guy if she doesn't want to. Just like Kanye. You see what I'm saying? If Kanye didn't want to be married to Kim, he doesn't have to. He doesn't, like, and didn't Kanye say that he didn't want to be married to her? So I don't understand. Like, one moment Kanye is dating Julia Fox. Okay, Julia Fox leaves. Then he dates models. And then he says to people that Kris Jenner is Kim Jong-un. You know, he hates the Kardashian PR team. He hates what they represent. He hates TikTok with North. He hates their lifestyle. He hates everything about them. But yet he doesn't want to divorce her. It's beyond crazy. It's Looneyville. There's so many times that Kanye has publicly attacked paparazzi. He's even called out TMZ today. Like, Kanye doesn't care. Kanye doesn't care about Apple Music, TMZ, anything that makes sense, like, to most of us, Kanye doesn't care about. So what I'm saying is, if your wife says, I don't want to be with you, it's like we teach young girls in college, you know, in high school, no means no, right? No means no. If a woman says, don't touch me, don't talk to me, I'm done with you, that's what it means. In Kanye's world, it means fight harder. It means make me jealous. It means let me pump out your house with a whole truck of roses. And that's normal. Kanye, everything Kim is doing, Kanye's like, oh, I don't believe it. You know, she means the opposite. Like, to the whole world, Kim dating guys, like, oh no, she doesn't mean that. What Kim really means is that she wants me to fight harder for her. Like, it's loony. At some point, I mean, maybe he thinks that because he knows her. What I'm saying is that at some point, Kanye and all the men in Hollywood who are talking about her and judging her because she's over 40 is ridiculous. First of all, Kim looks amazing. And I know she's got, okay, we all know that these girls get surgery, okay? Guys get surgery too. Look at how many rappers of late have been getting implanted six-packs. Like, guys are now going to implant stuff in their body just like women do without working out. Why? Because they have the money. They can afford it. It's their money. It's their business. So what I'm saying is, I don't understand why now it's okay for the media to literally attack Kim because of her age and attack her because she's a mom. Like, and this is why a lot of young girls don't want to be moms or are scared of getting older, because of rhetoric like this. They try to tell girls, oh, when you pass 25, when you hit 30, nobody wants you. You're gonna turn into like a grandma. First of all, even the grandmas look good. Okay, I have seen a lot of women nowadays who are way past 50 who look incredible. And even higher than that. Kris Jenner, I think Kris Jenner's in her 60s or 70s, which is Kim Kardashian's mom. Does she not look incredible? And so this is what I think men are afraid. I mean, to be honest with you, I think that men are actually afraid of this. I think men don't understand that. Wait, how come with technology and surgery, a little bit of nip and tuck, how come now these girls who are supposed to be ugly and fat and shriveled up, how come they can just work out or go to a plastic surgeon and look like they're 20? That's what I think is pissing them off. It's like, this woman has 4 kids. Kim is 4. Some are surrogate, some are natural. And I feel like men are like, oh, shouldn't she be ugly by now? Like, shouldn't she hit the wall by now? Like, that's what it is. Because even like putting J-Lo, like throwing, I mean, even I said throwing J-Lo into the mix. Like J-Lo is past 50. I can't even believe that. There's a lot of other actresses in Hollywood, and not just in Hollywood, like, you know, locally. There's even girls in Hollywood who are working actresses who are like 40, 50, 60, who look amazing. And so this is all the men have. I swear to God, this is all the men have. All the men have to say is, okay, is she fat? Is she ugly? Is she broke? That's the top insults that I always hear men say is she fat? Is she old? Like, that's all they got. If the girl is good looking at any age, and she got money, plus she pretty, plus her personality's on top, they have nothing else to debate. They have nothing else to try to shoot her down with. And that's what they're doing. So before in the media, they're like, oh, good for Kim. Kim is getting out, or Kim is blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, oh, Kim is doing too much. She's too sexy. You know what I'm saying? Before it was like, oh, we're gonna congratulate Kim for getting back out here in the dating world with 4 kids plus 40. Like in the beginning, they were playing nice with her. You see what I'm saying? But now that she's not taking Kanye back, and everybody's like, oh, well, wouldn't she take back a billionaire? And I even see in the comments, people are like, oh, how come Kim is not taking back a billionaire? We thought that if guys have all this money, girls will come flocking to them and never leave them. What planet do y'all live on? If a man, like, here's the thing. Here's what, and this is why people keep talking about feminism and all this, because once you like true tea, you all, like true tea, once they realize a woman can make a lot of money like men, it becomes a problem. Like, even with celebrities, like, it's like they can't accept it, because at that point there's nothing to control a lady. The money can't control her. Nothing can control, not even the kids, you know? And nowadays, people still use a tactic of having kids with a lady to kind of put her to the side and hold her down and tie her down. And now that it's not working, they're like, why is it not working? Why is it the fact that she can have, these girls are having kids out of wedlock or having kids in marriage and leaving, and they're not staying? Like, there's nothing else the man can do. And it's not even funny. Like, it's just true tea. If the lady has money, a good body, everything else like that, there's nothing else a guy can do to stop her from leaving. And that's what's pissing the men off. And that's what is having Kanye West go bonkers crazy, because he's like, I'm a billionaire. I'm a genius. I'm like Walt Disney. You know, I'm a rapper. I'm a superstar. Like, everything that he thinks that Kim would want, he became. And he's like, well, how come she's not staying? How come anything I could buy her, she could buy herself now and more? And on top of that, her looks don't deteriorate. She looks even better, actually. Some people are like, she looks even better. She looks even better for her age than she did maybe when she was younger. So these men who are ignorant and misogynistic, they can't let it go. And I honestly, at first, I'm like, you know what? Kanye going on social media about his daughter, about Kim, you know, I told you all, I think it's for the TV show. I think it's for the album. I still do. But now that things are like ramping up with Pete and all this, and him following Pete and Kim, you know, unfollowing Kanye and all this drama, I think it's a good thing, you all, because now we can see how men really think. At least men like Kanye think, you know. Not all men think like this, by the way, but the misogynistic and the crazy ones do. They think that, you know, like I said, they think that past 25, past 30, you know, she has no value. And women in the real world that are middle class, upper middle class, even not, okay, are proving that that's not the case. You could be any age and look amazing. And the same thing goes for men. Why are we stuck on this age? Like, we have all this technology, y'all. We have all this medicine and technology. Like, people are not aging, you know, especially people with certain genetics. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to age. So I found it interesting how out of everything Kim's accomplished, everything Kim is trying to get away from, you know, for her security, for her own decision, her own well-being, all these guys now can say that are rappers or no Kanye is, you know, she needs to give it a rest. You know, why is she so why shouldn't show her body? Why is she this? Why is she that? And it's like, it's her body though. And I'm not agreeing with it or disagreeing, but what I'm saying is it's her body. The bottom line, y'all, is it's Kim's body. If Kim wants to hook up with 20-year-olds, just like Leonardo DiCaprio and all these other guys hook up with these young chicks and they're in their 40s, what's the difference, bro? Like Leo's in his 40s, right? Hooking up with under 25-year-old girls, that's a little bit, I mean, come on. Kim happened to be on SNL with Pete. You know, Kanye was friends with Pete. Kid Cudi was, you know, people knew him. So they run in the same circle. So it just happens to be the fact that Pete is way younger than her. So, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of the Kardashians. A lot of things that they do, you already know how I feel. If you watch the channel by now, if you've been watching the channel for a while now, you already know how I feel about a lot of Hollywood, you know, Hollywood-ish. You know, a lot of Hollywood stuff is very weird and demonic. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that, you know, if you haven't seen my reading, watch my reading. Based upon my reading and based upon what I see now in the media, I'm like, y'all taking it too far. It's getting too personal now. It's getting too misogynistic now. Like, let her live. You know, let her live. Her kids are taken care of. You know, Kanye got money. Kim got money. Nobody's suffering over there. FYI, no West or Kardashian is suffering. So as far as I'm concerned, they could date whoever. And the same goes for Kanye. I'm not just saying because Kim's a woman. I'm saying I feel the same way about Kanye. If Kanye wants to date a 23-year-old model, that's what he could do. So, you know, let's be fair. Like, don't just say, oh, and the thing is, the way, especially men, the way some men are talking is like, she has no right to move on. I see a lot of people talking like, oh, Kim doesn't have the right to move on. But she does though. And they're talking like that. Whether they mean to say it like that or not, that's how they sound. That's how they're speaking. Is like, oh, what gives her the right? She's over 40. She's a mother. Who is she to be, you know, out here prancing about? That's how they're talking about her. And I'm like, bro, age is really just age. Like your maturity level, your mentality, your lifestyle is really, it's really all about your pocketbook, your upbringing, and your mentality. Because some people are well in their 40s and 50s. You see what I'm saying? But their mentality is of somebody way younger. Or maybe somebody who's way younger, their mentality is somebody way older because of how life has shaped them. So I don't think it's right, is what I'm saying. I don't think it's right that when women are mothers, are successful, get to a certain point, they want to throw her away. And that's what I picked up in my reading. It's like there's a lot of pressure on Kim to keep with this image. But what I'm saying is, who cares? Like, at the end of the day, who cares? If they want to date 20-year-olds, and they're both in their 40s. It's not just Kim. Kanye's way in that age, that bracket too. You see what I'm saying? They're both in their 40s. So I don't think that anybody should be trying to put age a part of it. Like, you know, you love who you love, you know what I'm saying, you click with who you click with. So that's my opinion, y'all. I could say so much more, but I'm already pushing almost 25 minutes. But yeah, like that kind of talk about she should put her pussy away is disgusting. Like, how can you ever, like, in 2022, how could you ever talk like that? Like, really, like, especially somebody who's a billionaire. Like, at that point, I feel like people need to lay off of people like that, and girls and regular girls too. You know, these girls are celebrities, but I feel like regular girls who are plus 40 and look good, why are we bashing them? Why is that okay? Like, we could critique, we can have an opinion, but to say like a derogatory term like, oh, she should put this away, who does she think she is so misogynistic. It's so disgusting. And I just wanted to like put my only my you know, my little 2 cents in that matter. So, you know, we may not like Kim, you know, Kim may be very, you know, loose and free and, you know, sexual and all that. You know, yeah, I'll agree with that. But guess what? Kim is in her own lane. Kim is in her own universe at this point. Kim has been flaunting her body for years now. So nobody should be surprised if she wants to take her young boyfriend on the beach, you know what I'm saying, and wear a bikini. You know, Kim is gonna be Kim. So yeah, you all, you know, if you see woman, you know, and I want to add this before I close. If anybody, any guy especially out here, you see a lady plus 30, plus 40, you know, don't judge. Like, you know, mind your business, bro, because a lot of women will see men who are way older and ugly and are unkept with younger girls, and we know why you're with them. You know what I'm saying? We know what the motive is. So if an older lady has a younger guy, you know what I'm saying? Like don't just be quick to jump to conclusion. And no, Kanye being a billionaire does not mean that Kim is gonna stay. I don't know why men are talking like that. And young guys too. Oh well, he's a billionaire. Why was she like? Who cares? She's a billionaire too. It don't like the thing is with women who know they're who love themselves, I want to say who love themselves, they're not going to stay just because of money. FYI. Okay? If they're in a toxic, abusive situation, like if they're like a regular person, like all of us out here who have to actually, you know, work and all this stuff, like, you know, you're not getting millions of dollars a year, like, if you're stuck in a toxic relationship, yeah, you'll stay. But these people have so much money that it don't matter. So that's why I'm saying, like, trying to compare like a regular 40-year-old who hasn't had surgery, you know, doesn't work out, who's not a billionaire, to a girl who has had surgery, looks amazing, has all this money. You can't compare the two. You really can't compare the two. So let people live. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you know, when it comes to marriage and kids, you know, I already spoke about Rihanna's situation. You know, Rihanna's also a billionaire. Yes, a lot of us girls who are fans of her, we think that she should have, you know, got married first. You know, we would have preferred for her to get married than have kids. But here's a reality. It's not for everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody. I realize, and a lot of us realize out here, that some girls don't want to be married, you know, to have kids. They want to have kids out of wedlock. They want to, you know, get divorced, you know? It's not their cup of tea. And whatever Kim is divorcing Kanye for, and especially the way he's behaving, it speaks for itself. And I think that Kanye just needs to let Kim go. I really feel, guys, so deeply, like Kanye just needs to, you know, it's not even a loss. Because the way I feel like Kanye is looking at all this like, oh, he lost her, you know, he lost. But no, he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had a beautiful marriage while it lasted. You know, too bad, too sad. Now she don't want you. You know, you didn't want her allegedly as well. You want to divorce her as well once upon a time. I don't know what happened now. So, you know, some good things do come to a close, you all. You know, not every single happy story has a happy ending. And I think that that's what I've learned from all this, you know, on a lighter note, from all this Kanye and Kim and Pete Davidson drama. Like, what I've realized for real is, like, you cannot beg somebody to love you. You cannot beg somebody to respect you. You cannot beg somebody to stay. Like, that's the big message here. And no matter money or fame, it's gonna change that, bro. Like, it's not gonna change that. If somebody don't want you, they don't want you. So the only way that Kanye comes across as taking an L is if he doesn't just leave her alone. The more he's taunting her and stalking her and following her boyfriend and all this weird ish, whether it's for PR or not, don't matter. The fact that he wants to follow Pete is creepy. Like, why are you following him? Like, he's half your age. Like, it's just, the whole thing is stupid to me. The whole thing is dumb. So the only way that he makes himself look stupid is if he doesn't let her go. You know, if Kanye just says, you know, I'm going to let Kim go. I'm going to let her do whatever she wants to do. I'm going to go get me a model. I'm going to go get me an actress or another singer like me or a rapper. That's how he wins, is by moving the hell on. He's not going to win by being a stalker and being creepy and abusive. He's never going to win that way. And once again, it's just like sometimes the male logic of toxic males come in, is like they think that if they just keep hounding somebody, they'll give in. And that's very, once again, that's very abusive. That's very manipulative. And so whether it's a celebrity or not, stop teaching this to young men. Stop telling guys that you could harass a girl and stalk a girl into sleeping with you or getting back with you. That's fundamentally abusive. So these men in the media, talk about that. While you're talking about Kim's age and all this and her surgery, talk about how this man has bought a house across the street, claimed it was for the kids. It wasn't for the kids. Now we see the truth, you all. Now we see the truth. That house was not just about the kids. He wanted to stalk her, bro. He bought a whole truck of roses. You know what I'm saying? Like he don't stop. He posts Kim's picture on Instagram. He deletes it. He posts a picture of her being in a wedding dress. He deletes it. The guy's a creep. Like Kanye to me, he's a genius. Yes, he's a great rapper. I think he's a great producer, but he's sick in the head right now. He's acting sick. And why are the men in the media, stop encouraging that? That's creepy. And any real guy will tell you that. Any real guy will say out here, he needs to let go. He needs to move on. All the sane, good men will say, Kanye is tripping, bro. He's tripping. He's a billionaire. He can get any girl he wants. But no, they want to pivot and say, Kim is not giving him a chance. I'm sure Kim has given many chances. Kim Kardashian has given a lot of chances to Kanye West. Trust me when I tell you, from the abortion with North, calling her mother names, all types of stuff, Kim has tried her best. And even if she didn't, who cares? If a guy wants to leave his wife, he can leave. That's what I keep telling you all. People think that getting married is permanent. That's also a delusion. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are trying to rush to get married. Hello, if you get married, at some point, if things don't work out, you can also end up single all over again. Just because you found somebody, got married, walking down the aisle, don't mean that you're going to be married forever. That's not what that means. But people get it twisted. Oh, well, like, they're married, so they're going to be married forever. Like, do you see the divorce rate? The divorce rate is high as hell. So I just think people need to be realistic. Like, you can get married, you can get divorced, okay? Unfortunately for Kanye, he wants to, I feel like, guilt trip her into staying, hold the kids over her head, hold the billionaire status over her head, hold all these things over Kim's head to pressure her to give in, to go back to him because his ego. But in reality, does he really love her anymore? Does he really even care about her feelings? I don't think so, because if he cared about her feelings, he would say, you know what? I've caused you pain, or we're not happy together. You know what I'm saying? Go find somebody who makes you happy. I'm going to go find somebody who makes me happy. I'm going to go find a cheerleader to go to Paris and Milan and all this stuff and wear Yeezy. And like, that's how he should think. I feel like Kanye should think like, you know what? I can now go find another wife or another girlfriend who's actually going to be there for me. Kim already admitted that she don't want to travel with Kanye. She don't want to be a part of Kanye's world like that. She got keep with the Kardashians. She got her brands. Kim ain't interested in going across the globe with Kanye like he wanted her to, and being this huge cheerleader and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, those days are over. I think that they had a beautiful marriage. I think Kim and Kanye did their best. And for the record, I'm gonna say that out loud. I think that Kim and Kanye did their best. I really do. And I think that Kanye is his ego. You know what I'm saying? It's his ego telling him, oh, you can't lose the baddest chick in the game. You can't lose Kim Kardashian. Like, bro, but you gotta let it go because she don't want him. At some point, Kanye has to realize, oh my God, this lady don't want me. She don't want him. So you can't force somebody to love you. You can't force somebody to respect you, Kanye. And I think that everybody in the world, including myself, we have to realize that. Don't force somebody to respect you. Don't force somebody to love you. You do you, right? You go with people who, you date somebody, you be with somebody who loves you for what you are. You see what I'm saying? And live happily. And all the while, Kanye is wasting his time chasing Kim when he could be in another way happier relationship. In reality, Kanye's wasting his time. You know, he's not getting any younger. Kim's not getting any younger. Y'all need to go your separate ways for real and find somebody who makes you happy. So thank you all for watching. Subscribe, thumbs up.